All right, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? What is up, Lucky? Hope you're not sleeping because this show is about to get on the road. This is what we've been waiting for all season long, ladies and gentlemen. It is the NGS Division C West playoffs, and facing off tonight, we have Modo Miracle versus Guys Gems, and joining me, as always, is my co-caster, So Lucky. How you doing, man?
Hey, Murda, we're back at it again. And is this the end of the playoffs?
This is the beginning of the playoffs.
It's the beginning of the playoffs. Okay. So we're ready to go.
We are ready to go. I'm going to check on the teams really quick, and I will be getting this draft started. And by the way, I must say the cat in the background is definitely going to help us tonight. I'm feeling it.
I think he'll bring in viewers. That's just my personal opinion. Right now, you can only see his butt, but he's here. Maybe he'll switch around, and I give you a good we'll give you a good showing of his face.
I think we're just waiting on Kriv to return back to his desk, and then I will be hitting the launch button here for us. So two teams here, they've been duking it out all season. Both were really fighting to make it here to the playoffs, and both of them ended up doing it. Playing really well down the stretch was Modo Miracle as well as Guys Gems. They were able to secure the number 2 and number 3 slots. So here we are seeing the number 2 face off versus the number 3, and I think the favor right now, according to the standings, will be to Modo Miracle. However, you cannot count out Guys Gems in this matchup tonight.
It's the playoffs. I think anything can happen, really. You know, sometimes teams get that big that revival. They get that push, and they really just push themselves to the top of their game.
All right, so here we are heading into the draft on Cursed Hollow. Game number 1. This map was chosen by Guys Gems. They won the toss. They banned away Tomb of the Spider Queen, and then Modo Miracle then banned out Towers of Doom. The first map or first pick was chosen, and Guys Gem decided to take the first map pick, and here we are on Cursed Hollow. So the first ban here is going to be on the side of Modo Miracle. And Lucky, what do you not want to see in this game if you're Modo Miracle?
If I'm Modo Miracle, what don't I want to see? Some good picks are, like some standard picks like the Gray Mains. Sometimes Genjis can give problems. There's a lot of room for Genjis to wreak havoc. It really depends on, what they want to draft and what counters it, going into this draft.
So there we see Malfurion, the Druid, banned away right at the start, and this could be because they know Tracer maybe is being played on the other side. I've seen the Tracer pair with Malfurion quite often, and even works well with even a Genji or the new hero Maiev, where you can just get in and out of fights. The heals will be sustained by that Malfurion as long as he puts the hot on you, starts landing down the Moonfire, continuing the heals in. Thank you again. I got some cheers coming through from Baja and Zunicorn. You guys rock. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I do think Mal is of high priority, and Mal fits very, very effectively in this meta. Support's got nerfed. Malfurion, it brings out the dive heroes, and all the dive heroes love Malfurion because they don't need to be next to Malfurion to get that heal over time. They can kind of just do their thing while the Malfurion just lands Moonfires and gets burst healing on top of the HOT.
And there we go. After almost a full 60 seconds, Tyrael, the Angel, going to be banned out by Guys Gems. So now first pick of this match is going to be for Modo Miracle. They're going to get their one selection here. And again, these cheers, they keep coming in. I love it. Don't stop. You guys rock. So yeah, first pick material, you have a lot of stuff available right now. You still have the Genji, you still have the Hanzo, you still have the Maiev, you still have the Greymane. There's so many different directions you can go with this right now, and I can't wait to see what Modo Miracle wants to play. I know we got to scrim with them a couple times this week. I'm not going to divulge what I saw in those matches. However, I do know that this team is ready to pull out anything they can in order to win this matchup tonight, Lucky.
It's exciting stuff. There's all the top tier assassins are on the table, so it's going to be no holds barred. You got the 1 slot, the 2-3 slot. So let's see if we get. And the Maiev comes out, a top tier assassin coming out first pick.
Absolutely love it. This is the newest hero in the game. She's going to be looking to contain people, whether it's with the containment or it's with the warden's cage. She's going to be locking them down. She's going to be pulling them back in with her tether. And this hero is one of the most exciting that have come to Heroes of the Storm this past year, even all the way back through 2017. I think Maiev is one of the most exciting characters in the game because the playmaking ability you can see on her is just absolutely top tier, Lucky.
Maiev is a fun hero. I would argue she's a little busted, but it's just her kit alone allows her to do a lot. She's got her invulnerability on a 9-second cooldown. She's got her engage, her dive, her mobility. She's got everything. We see Tracer and Alexstrasza picked up for what I believe it's Guy's Gems on the right hand side.
Yeah, that's Guy's Gems on the right hand side. So like I mentioned, I was thinking maybe they have a Tracer player with that Malfurion ban being so prioritized, and right off the bat you see the Tracer picked, as well as the Alexstrasza, which can't be a good sight to Kriv, who I know loves that hero. So maybe that's also being used as a secondary ban up against this Modo Miracle healer who loves playing on Alexstrasza.
Alexstrasza too is also one of those supports that can actually support a team that goes heavy dive. So if the Tracer wants to go in and just ignore the front line, ignore the Maiev, and there's like a juicy Li Ming on the enemy team, Tracer can just dive, and Alexstrasza can use her ultimate and provide healing plus damage.
Blades are yours.
So here we go. Sonya and ETC double warrior being picked in the 2-3 slot for Modo Miracle. Sonya, one of the greatest solo laners in the game. She can do work down there. She'll probably be on the top hand side for Modo Miracle so she can take some camps quicker. The ETC gonna have the option between the mosh pit or the stage dive. And stage dive, this is one of the maps that you might actually see it on because it's so big, and being able to split late in the game if they want to pull them in could be what they want to try to do here. However, you're going to need to remember that your team needs a supporting. The Maiev, she's going to want a tank to follow up with a stun every time she tethers. That ETC power slide is going to be absolutely enormous if they can connect it properly.
Like the ETC. I really like the ETC with the Maiev. You got some synergy here. ETC slides in, knocks back with his W. Maiev got an easy pull. Can just tether that hero, pull him back, and start to just shred that hero.
So here is another target ban. This is Kel'Thuzad, the Ice Lord, the Ice Lich, being banned away here by Guy's Gems, and now Modo Miracle set to take the final ban of this first map. And it looks like they might try to target out one of the tanks they don't want to play against here. There's still maybe like an Arthas they might be scared of a bit. If they're concerned about the dive, maybe it'd be like a Diablo they're scared of, or even an Anubarak that can really do work on a good dive.
KTC is an interesting ban, but there's sometimes lots of target bans, and they may have a specific comp they want to run that KTZ could easily punish. So I don't think it's the worst ban. I don't know if it's the best ban either. Well, we'll see how the rest of their draft shapes out. We'll see if it looks like Modo Miracle is hovering to Asmo. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, if they know that they like to play it, it's kind of one of those things. And right at the last minute, though, it's not Asmo, it's Gaul. Okay, so I mean, they might have had a sniff that it's coming out, and better safe than sorry, I guess. So banning away the Cho'Gall is, I don't know, it's not a terrible idea. If they're scared of it, then they're scared of it, and as long as you're not playing against it, you don't got to worry about it.
The smell of the stench of the two-headed monster. They don't want to deal with it. A lot of teams just don't want to deal with Cho'Gall cheese because it's who wants to deal with that big slice of freshly cut Gouda put on your plate. And,
right.
here's the Storm game.
Yeah, I mean, we're here in the playoffs. You don't want to lose against that stinky cheese. So
No,
I don't
definitely not.
mind it at all. You want to play this straight up. You want to play the meta. You want to play what you've been practicing all season. You don't want to go down to something like that. So again, I really don't mind the ban. I think it's probably it'll work out for them.
So I wondered if Modo Miracle will look to get some tank shredding, because we're seeing guys Gems has double tank here. We got double tank versus double tank.
So there's some of the dive we're talking about. A Nubrak going to be able to burrow forward, follow up with another stun on our Q. Artanis is also going to have a combo in the turn of terms of his God swap. So a little bit different sort of engagement, but he can do some considerable damage, especially if he goes an amateur opponent at level 1. He'll be able to rip through some bosses, which are desperately lacking right now. Only the Tracer so far picked up for damage. So maybe they're thinking about having the Artanis on deck just to help with some bosses on Cursed Hollow here.
Yeah, and the comp is interesting. I wonder. So I like the Artanis because you need someone to do some camps. If you don't feel comfortable with Malthael, maybe you don't have a Malthael player. Artanis is a good sub in. You kind of you tag him in and say, okay, Artanis, go take some camps for us. But it seems like they might be lacking a little wave clear. So we'll have to see what they pick up on their last and final pick.
Stukov, and then slipping all the way through this draft is Lord Hanzo. And there he is joining the composition here for Modo Miracle in their number 5 slot. I want to thank you again for these cheers continuing to fall in. You guys rock. So one more pick left, and it's going to be Guys Gems with the final selection. Countering Hanzo. So he really rips through a Nubrak. I like having Hanzo up against that. I think it's one of the better heroes to have there. Any sort of AA just can really destroy a noob, and Hanzo with his range makes it even scarier for a Nubrak there.
I do like the Hanzo pickup against a noob specifically. Kind of punish that tank, put pressure on the tank, and then it's hard for a noob to do his job to tank for his team.
I hear the call.
Last pick, Naz.
So they opt to go with a specialist. So I'd assume we're going to see Artanis and Nazebo split out into lanes, and then run the 3-man with Tracer, Alex, and a noob. And then pairing up against that, I assume will be the Sonya and possibly Maiev. I'm struggling to see what Modo Miracle wants to do with their laning situation here. So we'll find out when we get into this map.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. Off the bat, Murda, do you have any picks going into this game? Is there a comp that sticks out to you that you're like, I like this comp a little better? I think this comp is going to take game 1.
I really like having the Hanzo up against the Anubrak. I think that can be strong, but really it's going to come down to what this Tracer can do. Can this Tracer get on the back line into the Hanzo Stukov? Maiev is one of those heroes that's really scary if you're Tracer, because she's going to tether you back, and if you're not ready with your recall, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So it's really going to depend on what the Tracer player can do here. On the left-hand side, let me introduce this team really quick. We have Modo Miracle, and it looks like my overlay is not right. Rip.
We do have a boss here going on. Looks like someone DC'd.
His computer crashed. Well, if we restart, I can put on the correct overlay. I should probably fix the map selection too. I'm such a bad host right now. Hold on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for Cody Kraz, the Tracer player, to show back up. Computer crashed. He does have an SSD. Shouldn't be too long, they say. Again, I apologize for not having Aliabs on. I'm kind of wondering why it's not. Must have had something to do with all the weird testing I was doing earlier. So we'll have to deal with that. Now Hanzo has dropped from the game. And we are still waiting. Let's check out what's going on in chat. So a lot of people hanging out. I see a lot of the
We're
guys.
just following HGC, right? HGC protocols to have technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, and they had a lot of trouble today too. I woke up this morning 5 a.m. Eastern to watch my boys, and I'm wearing it right now. Let me put on this camera quick.
Heroes Heart. They took the 2-1 against Method. Yeah, I saw that series. Crazy series.
Yeah, I was super excited, and it was game 2 against Dignitas this morning. That was another upset victory, but they couldn't pull it off in game 3. That would have been insane if they won that, but Dig's too good. They played really well in game 3 and just kind of said, no, not today, not today.
Not today. Diggs just, I think, really strong. And they may not have even been playing at their best, but NA making big strides here today. NA is making a name for the region that was once the weakest region, and kind of showing that, you know, may have taken North America some time to catch up, but boys, we're here to play.
Oh yeah, and like seeing Tempo 2-0, you saw Team 12 2-0, and then you had, at the end of the day, you saw Heroes Hearth upset Method 2-1, and unfortunately we lost Team Freedom, but NA really played well today. It was a lot of unexpected outcomes, I guess, and it really shocked a lot of the casters and personalities at the desk. It was a lot of fun. Looks like we are ready. I'm gonna count us in.
Welcome back.
All right, now on the left-hand side, we have Modo Miracle playing the Maiev is going to be the captain. Murad Kriv's going to be on the Stukov. Fonzie GG going to play the ETC, the juggler, on that Hanzo, riding on that Snowflake mount, and Ghost Dunk rounding it out on the Sonya.
On the right-hand side, we have guys Gems, Spoogles on the new Breck. User 2 is on the Artanis. We have Cody Kraz on the Tracer. ST Wish on Alex Straza, and then we have our solo lane, Nazebo, played by Odin with Big Zero.
Odin getting to work, started early, throwing out some spiders on that, trying to get some siege damage, poking away at it. Now here in the mid lane, we are going to see the Maiev along with the Stukov and ETC, so it's going to be the Hanzo that's going to play split out onto this Nazebo in the bot lane. And checking up top, we're going to see Sonya. Let's Ghost Dunk up against User 2 on the Artanis.
So I'm checking out talents. Interesting talents on the Maiev. I used to be Naeshu's Memento, but we're seeing a lot more of, I forget what the other talent is. It's not the Bonds of Justice, but I want to see how the Bonds of Justice stacks out going on to this game, and see how many stacks you can get, and kind of what effect it has in the team fights.
Yeah, I do like seeing this ETC rotating. At level 1, he took the block party, so he doesn't have the gold quest, but he's trying to get around, helping out this Hanzo player in the bot lane, and really trying to move around to support his team in all these lanes, because they don't have traditional solo laners outside of Sonya, and this bottom lane could be an issue, especially up against Nazeebo, who's actually not too bad as a solo laner. And look at this gank push coming. Odin is getting really low, but showing up now is Cody Kraz, and
God,
landing the bomb is Cody Kraz. First blood of the game picked up for Guy's Gems, and they're gonna be first to level 4 here, Lucky.
Yeah, you saw the Nazeebo. The Nazeebo had less than 250 health points. So Nazeebo was committed to baiting that out. Committed. But interestingly enough, both the Tracer leaves bottom lane, and then Nazeebo's no longer bottom to Soak. So they're actually losing Soak after the kill, which is interesting.
Alright, so reports in chat that my mic was a little low. If it is still low, please just let me know, and I'll try to fix it. Otherwise, I don't really know what else I can do.
Heroes.
Oh, Murad on the Maiev almost kills the Tracer in top lane. He came to rotate because they had Artanis Tracer on the side of Guy's Gems in the top solo lane.
Okay, and then we do see the first tribute of the game spawning. Teams are even in levels, so they're going to head to this together. It looks like actually Artanis is opting to stay up top. He's low on health and mana, so there's not much he can do in this fight. Can have to Hearth. So favor right now for Modo Miracle, and they're going to have that tether connect from Murad and that Maiev, and it's not going to do enough damage. Showing up now is Fonzie GG on ETC, going around the other side. This is now a 5v4. Artanis still not here because he had to Hearth. There's going to be a burrow in. Spoogles on the Anubrak in trouble because Maiev just tethered you back, my friend. That's a kill. And now Nazeebo having to retreat, running for his life, throwing out some toads, and picked up the first trip now. It belongs to Modo Miracle.
Yeah, Guy's Gem tried to. I think they tried. They wanted to stall out. They wanted the Artanis to get down there because Artanis did have to deal with the siege camp top that was pushing on the fort wall. Unfortunately, Artanis, it's Cursed Hollow. It's a big map, so if you back, it's going to take a while for you to get back there, and especially during the curse phase of the game.
All right, I just tried turning you up. Apparently, you were a little quiet. Hopefully, that's fixed.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute?
So picking up now a Bruiser camp is going to be Ghost Dunk. That Sonya player picking it up at the perfect time because this tribute is about to spawn, and it will have time to push uncontested and potentially do some work along with these minions onto this mid wall. It's already starting to get damaged. Down the bot lane is Swish playing the Alex Traza, the healer, very far away, and set up in this bush perfectly now is Fonzie GG and Kriv. And we'll see if the power side is going to come out here onto Anubrak, who checked with the face and then had to throw out a stun to follow, Lucky.
Modo Miracle does have the 7. I wonder if Guy's Gem tries to get the 7 here. Would be nice to get that talent here. Tracer taking a lot of damage, takes poison damage. We got the tether on the Artanis. ETC boops them out. It looks like they're healing up from Alex Straza. A pulse bomb comes out onto the ETC. A lot of back and forth.
A lot of damage now from Toads, and there's a burrow from Anubrak locking down some members. They're going to need to get a bio kill switch from Stukov if anyone's going to leave here, but now Kriv, he's going to fall, and if you're Tracer, this is what you love. Heroes running away from you with low health, not able to secure any more kills though, but Cody Kraz right there on that Tracer, finishing off Stukov, and right over to their boss now is Guy's Gems. The macro awareness that the team is not going to be able to contest this without their healer. And the only person here now is Murad to scout it, but there's nothing he's going to be able to do. This boss will be going over into the hands of Guy's Gems.
Yeah, a very heads-up play. I like the boss cap. They were all there. They just secured the kill. So you know that the enemy team can't contest. Take the boss, get some extra pressure. Stall out this curse if you need to. If you get it, if they give it to you, hey, it's a free curse. So some good heads-up awareness, knowing that you can do that for free.
And so the boss will be pushing uncontested through the top lane. Here, though, is going to be the third, actually, tribute of the game. No team on curse point yet. Murad is split from his team right now. He's going to have to make a crazy play to get in. And there it is, actually, the swap. And he was able to use his E to get over in position with his team. Now, can he find a tether to help his team get a kill here? Anubrak doing a great job stunning out members. And there it is. Oh, the pulse Ghost Bomb
Oh.
from Tracer connecting, but losing her life along with it. Now we see ETC and Nubrak falling almost the same time. This is still going on with Murad chasing the backline, killing the Nazebo, and now chasing down the Alex after we saw Artanis die. And that's an ace coming out from Modo Miracle. Still, though, the boss is pushing up that top lane. It's about to die, but they ended up losing a fort for that ace, and I love seeing them push down this lane now.
So both teams, I didn't even realize that Modo Miracle took the boss as well.
I didn't see it either.
I had no
Terrible.
idea it happened. Literally no idea.
It must have
Bad
happened.
awareness on casters. We make mistakes. A lot of action going on, but
It must have happened right before that trip. I don't know when else it could have been.
Interestingly enough,
Gathered
guys, Gems boss took a full fort, but Modo Miracle hit 10. I didn't even really. Modo Miracle hit 10, and guys, Gems is still about half a level away from.
Oh, here's the stage dive, Lucky, and the leap from Sonya, along with the huge silence from Stukov. Gonna get another 4 kills there for Modo Miracle. This is gonna be a curse, and they're ready to start pushing down this bot lane that's already lost a fort to that boss they took earlier. All they have to do is clear out this siege camp that was just captured by Guys Gems, and this keep is going to be in serious trouble because right now is the curse. You have 1 minute and 10 seconds to do all the damage you want, and Fonzie GG, really great heads up play along with the Sonya there to get the huge combo of the stage dive and the leap from that Sonya.
If I'm Modo Miracle, I'm definitely pushing all lanes right now. You see, guys, Gems, they're about to hit 10. They just hit their 10, so Modo Miracle is rotating out. They don't want to take a fight at the same talent tier. They want to push this curse, get 13, keep on split pushing. You have Sonya top, you have the 4-man mid, and it looks like Guys Gems may try and take a 5v4 fight.
It looks like it. You have the tether connecting from Murad. The heal circle is down from the Alex. They're able to get some of that back. You saw the Cuckoo come out, but it got ripped open really quickly. Now the pushback from Stukov gonna keep Spoogles at bay. Another big heal coming out from Alex, and now here it is, the cleansing flame doing a lot of damage and healing because everyone's stacked up in this Warden's cage right now. Landing on the backside though is Squish, putting in big damage with that Alex. It's gonna be the Artanis dropping though. A 3-for-1 exchange for Modo Miracle, and they're not done yet. They're chasing the Swish, but he's going to be able to move away with his life into a heal circle. What an outstanding skirmish once again. You saw it come out from both sides where it looked like it could have gone either way, but it ended up just falling into the hands of Modo Miracle, Lucky.
Yeah, Modo Miracle, Guys Gem was looking for a fight. They didn't get the kill quick enough. Sonya rotated down from the top lane, came to join her team, and then Modo Miracle just kind of cleaned up the team fight. And they're ahead. They're 14, so the level difference is 14 to 11, and they've lost almost all their outer forts except for Guys Gem has 1. They got their middle fort.
And checking that bottom keep, the wall is down, the well is also down. The next thing that's going to be of concern are these bosses, which are both going to be spawning within the next minute. Right now though, in the mid lane, you do have Modo Miracle with a talent tier advantage. There's the Dragon's Arrow coming out from Juggler. The tether not going to connect from Murad, but there it is now on the Tracer. Cody Kraz able to scoot away with one of her blinks, getting away from that engagement. And a very good disengagement there by our guys on the right-hand side, Guys Gems. They could have been in trouble with that Dragon's Arrow. Hit 3 members, it looked like, and when you have the leap and you have the stage dive like we saw come out earlier, you always have to be ready for that combo coming.
Absolutely. The situation with the global is ETC sides. Okay, it looks like there's going to be a camp invade by Modo Miracle. They're going in. They got the new tether. He gets out with his unstoppable, just escapes with barely with his life, and it looks like Modo Miracle is going to let him go, but they're going to take this camp. And Cleansing Flame had to come out from Guys Gem on that Alex Strauss. So big cooldown. I think it's a 90-second cooldown, and they will not have that for the next team fight. And Tribute is spawning in 30 seconds, so this may be an issue if they want to contest.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Getting that cooldown out from the Alexstrasza. Still 70 seconds left on the cooldown, so they're going to be able to get this next tribute mostly uncontested because you're still not level 13 if you're guys gems. Both teams moving to their bosses and leaving the tribute. I'm not sure if I like this from Modo Miracle because they have still a talent tier advantage. They're almost 16 as well when you start getting really scary. They're giving up a tribute here. It's going to go over to a noob rack, uncontested. And it's going to put them at curse points. So now you have to play on your toes for the rest of the game, making sure the enemies don't get any more tributes. You also ended up giving them a boss, but I think they're happy getting their own boss out because that bot lane already missing the wall, and that could be considerable damage onto one of the keeps in this game.
Yeah, I definitely, if I was Modo Miracle, I think I would have contested the tribute, and then the enemy guys gem can't take their boss because you're in the area, so you kind of keep them honest. But we'll see what happens. I mean, you know, this might just be a free keep for the Modo Miracle after taking the boss. But guys gem's boss is not going to get much, so they gave up the curse cap, but they didn't get too much from their boss.
Yeah, they ended up getting a couple whacks and one slam. It's just not enough to make that play really worth it. However, they are set up right now with a 16-13 advantage. They're on the power play for 3 levels, and setting up in the front bush is Fonzie. He's been scouted by Spoogles on that Anubrak. Walking into the bush along with him is Spoogles. There's going to be the stun out onto Marad. The Dragon's arrow falling early. A huge leap on a Tracer. Absolutely deleted. That's going to be a huge Warden's Cage comboed with the silencing circle from Stukov. Now you're seeing the stage dive on the back line with a power slide, landing onto 2 members. It's the Artanis and the Anubrak, the only 2 left standing there. But now coming back into the fight is the Zebo, as well as the Dragon, landing back in its Swish, putting out some considerable auto attack damage with that Dragon form. But it's a silencing circle from Stukov, gonna help finish off the Artanis. Hanzo getting the last hit there. Odin now in trouble on that Nazebo, falling. Spoogles, one of the only members left, he's gonna fall. That's gonna be a quad kill for Modo Miracle. You get 1 kill, you get 2, you get 3, you get 4. These guys are getting major multi-kills in this game constantly throughout it, and you saw another one there, Lucky.
Yeah, so guys gems decided to go in down a talent tier. Probably not the best decision making because you don't really want to fight down a talent tier unless you have to. I would like to see them just give that tribute and soak, because now they're further behind. You know, they kind of just get, it's going to be an uphill battle. But you know what? They're taking camps. They have Nazebo and Tracer on the Bruiser. They're trying to soak. They're trying to defend the bot. They still have all keeps up, so all hope is not lost. But I want to see guys gems right here really soak. You guys have to soak. You have to get some merc pressure. If you got to give up the curse, give up the curse. If it's not curse point, don't worry about it. Because chances are you probably will lose that team fight if you're not on even talent here.
Yeah, and Modo Miracle doing a good job keeping them all here at this forge. They're not able to get all the XP and all the lanes to catch up quickly. They do opt to back out, not getting this keep yet. But it is below 50% health, and right now on the map is the next tribute. And what are you knowing right now?
Will guys gems fight another talent tier down? Is that what I'm knowing?
Well, they
okay. It looks like they're gonna soak. They may have learned their lesson and said, "Oh, I don't know. Have they learned their lesson? We'll find out."
Spoogles is peeking. Spoogles is trying to play sneaky here, but it's gonna be too late. Murad's gonna pick this up. So now we're 2-2 on tributes. The only map the only Merc camp available on the map is this Bruiser camp on the Modo Miracle side. Still searching for 16 though is guys gems. They're trying to stick together as 5 so they're not getting picked off. All the while you have ETC with stage dive, who's able to do whatever he wants, and calling him in. That's the stage dive. That's the leap. That's going to be a huge kill. You do see the pulse bomb come out from Tracer, but not enough. You have that lurking arm from Stukov just locking down Artanis. Another double kill for Modo Miracle.
I was about to say, Murda. I think the name of the game for guys gems was just to. All they need to do is stay alive. You gotta stay alive and get the 16. But ETC, you know what it is? You had the Maiev get vision, and the ETC was unmounted. So not sorry. The noob was unmounted. And ETC made the snap decision. I'm gonna stage dive on you. I'm gonna stun you. We're gonna blow you up, a noob. And that's exactly what happened. Now they took the bottom keep afterwards. The noob is still down. And now they, you know, I don't know if they can even really get to the tribute on time if Modo Miracle just zones them properly.
Yeah, if I'm right now Modo Miracle, I know I have to make this defense right now, and if you're guys gems, you know you have to make this attack. This is the game right here. Recall used early by Cody Kraz, which is huge, because now if Marat can land a tether on her, she's going to be in trouble, but it's only going to land on Spoogles. There's a cleansing flame coming out huge onto this Maiev. You have the cocoon being broken out, and now Fonzie GG ready to power slide into some members. The lurking arm is down, has been used, back on cooldown. Spoogles trying to re-engage with this team along with that gargantuan from Rezebo, but picked up on the backside is Tracer. And the positioning though from this dragon, from this Alex Straza, able to zone it off. This crit could go down, but a stage dive dropping on the Swish, and there's a kill. Ghost on finishing it off with that whirlwind. And on the backside, you have to keep an eye, because Crib about to fall on his Stukov, trying to throw out a lurking arm, but not able to. Hanzo trying to finish off Nazebo, and a Nubarak can have to wait for his team. Can ETC get there in time? No. So that's a 3 for 3, and finishing off a Nubarak. Oh, no, not quite. Couldn't get it. Now Odin and Spoogles up against Fonzie and Ghost Dunk here, but it's gonna be Modo Miracle having level 20 just in time to pick up the 3rd tribute on this curse run here.
You shall.
And they got the curse. It's unfortunate that it happened, but you know what? Guys, Gems as a team had to really had to win that team fight for them to have a chance. They did lose curse. So Modo Miracle, we're gonna see if they're gonna put. Okay, looks like Sonya and ETC are just gonna do the boss play, and Sonya gets stunned and rooted. You hate to see it. Let's see if they can still take this boss. Looks like Ghost Dunk cast it back. I don't know if there's enough damage. ETC has to back now too.
Yeah.
So
without the heals, I don't think they can get that one.
So I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Modo Miracle is really gonna get too much from this push, because you know, none of the members of Modo Miracle were up. They didn't get the boss, and Guys Gems is kind of just pushing back the wave, soaking, and saying, you know, hey, if you're not going to push down our keep, that's okay with us. We're just going to chill and just defend these mini waves, get some extra soak, and take it from there. And try and get 20.
Yeah, and with level 20, I'd love to see some aggression onto one of these bosses. ETC leading the way to the top side, over to the other side of the map for the boss that belongs to Guys Gems. Spoogles, as well as the rest of his team, are already here, so this could be a fight breaking out, Lucky. Right now, this could be the game either way if it ends up being a boss that's the outcome from this fight. And smartly backing up is going to be Guys Gems. They're going to give up their bruiser camp. Still not moving on to the boss, though, is Modo Miracle. They are going to be happy picking up at least a little bit of extra siege. Double bruiser, double spell power, spell armor rather. A leap landing on Tracer. The recall has to be used, but into the Warden's cage. Not enough damage. The pulse bomb is going to come out, and user 2 on Artanis trying to swap around and do all he can.
The heals. Oh, he does not get in the heals.
Not able to do it. Gargantuan falling quickly as well, and now it's a 5v4. Pushing into the mid keep. They've already gotten one down, and in the top lane is a siege camp pushing there. So this is do or die. If you're Guys Gems, you have to make a defense here, and the dragon's already out, and it's already expired. Cody Kraz on Tracer trying to make the play, but doesn't have enough for a pulse bomb quite yet. Still charged up to only 25%. So with this advantage of the level 20s and having a 5v4 on the map, Modo Miracle gonna move in to this boss to start ripping with the scattered serrated arrows build from Hanzo.
This is the full boss burn.
Oh yeah, Hanzo's just ripping it, dude.
That boss is done in about 10 seconds or less. Because yeah, you do have that boss burning Hanzo, and he can pretty much just carry the boss burning abilities for you and for your team with that build.
So I like Ghost Dunk prepping the lane, getting down another one of these walls here to just really help with their engage. Going to help with Hanzo getting some of the damage through with his arrows. Right now, this is it. Level 20 online for Guys Gems, but you have a boss in your face on your second keep of the game that could be falling. There has to be a fight breaking out. It's going to have to be behind this boss. Will we see the engagement? No, because Spoogles is really far back right now.
Uh-oh, and we got the Sound Singer.
Cleansing
comes down on the Maiev. Oh, Kriv might be in trouble on the Snuka. Oh, Tracer secures the kill.
Oh, it was actually Alex Straza with the Cleansing Flame just knocking down the Stukov, and user 2 about to fall, but gets a shield and a heal from Alex Straza. Now Cody Kratz could be chasing some kills. Ghost Dunk about to fall here. That's going to be a double kill for Guys Gems. They lost their keep. They're losing percentage on their core. The boss at about half health. They're going to be okay. They're going to survive this. They ended up getting some kills. They gained the experience they were missing earlier, but they are at a severe disadvantage.
Ooh.
2 keeps down. The mid keep.
Nazebo's trying to stall out for them. I like this play. I like this play. Don't give the curse. Nazebo stalls out. Great job by Nazebo. They don't just give a free tribute, because this will be the first curse of the game for Guys Gem. They need this curse desperately to de-push lanes, try and get some keeps. Their boss is up. They may look to invade an enemy boss here.
So the Nazebo did take Viral Infection at level 20. He's only at 151 currently, so he still has some work to do. But if that does click in, this could be a completely different game in these team fights, luckily. And we're kind of starting to see it with that last fight. This could be bad, because if you have a stage dive right here, right as it's going, you're going to have to deal with an ETC in your face. The silence already down from Stukov, but the boss is going to be taken. Stage dive is onto the core, though. This is aggressive from ETC. Fonzie trying to go, but he has no minions to play with, and he just immediately backs away. So maybe a blooper there from Fonzie. Let's check out this boss in the bot lane. Oh, huge post bomb! And swapped.
He gets rooted and post bombed.
Okay, so you didn't have your ETC there for the defense. You ended up losing Kriv on Stukov right there, and now there's a boss pushing with a curse onto this bot lane. This could be the first matching of a keep in this game, because there's not much you can really do now if you're Modo Miracle.
Okay, ETC is backing. Yeah, you know what? If I'm Guys Gems, I want to see an all-in right here. I want to see an all-in. And they are burning that keep. They are burning. The boss is healthy. Boss is about 75% healthy.
And having Nazebo,
does some damage, lights out.
And having Nazebo, one of the best siegers in the game. Like, this could seriously be trouble. Boss still at 75% health. This is the core rush for Guys Gems. There comes the silence. The core is dropping fast. 50%, 20%. Game over. A huge comeback here in game number 1 for Guys Gems. They were losing 23 to about 10 on kills, and ended up pulling it all the way back with the curse and the boss there late game. So congratulations, game 1 going over to Guys Gems. Let me update the scoreboard. Boop, boop, boop. And all right, so we're gonna take a short break. We will be right back. We're gonna set up the next game, yada yada yada. You guys hang tight. We're playing best of 3 tonight, and that was only the first one, so we will see you very soon. right. Hopefully that music wasn't too loud because my ears just got ripped in half from that. Nonetheless, here we are in map number 2. This was picked by Modo Miracle. They opted to go for map pick, and this is Battlefield of Eternity. So first pick will be over on the side of Guys Gems. Remember, they did win game number 1, so huge showing there in the final minutes of that game. Huge gutsy plays. They ended up getting the curse, they ended up getting the boss, they ended up getting the win, and they did really well there at the end, Lucky.
They came back in full force, and I think they recognized they needed that one condition. They needed to push on their boss and curse. But we have the first bands coming out from, is it the team still on the same time? Modo Miracle on the left side. Modo Miracle takes the Tracer, and Guys Gem bans out the Tyria.
So scared of the Tracer, they tried first game banning out the Malfurion. This time they're just going to ban out the Tracer. Tracer did some work, especially late game, was able to be a nuisance on the backline onto the Stukov, onto the Hanzo, which we were talking about pregame as being one of the determining factors onto whether that pick of the Tracer was going to pay off or not. And again, at the end, we saw it pay off, so they opt to ban it, and now for the first time, we're going to see Greymane be a participant in these drafts here tonight.
Grey Mundo coming out. Greymane used to be first pick material, first ban material. Not so much. He's kind of dropped off, but looks like Guys Gem chooses to go with the Greymane, and he's got great race on BOE, so it makes sense. And we will see what Modo Miracle takes in their 1-2 slot here.
Yeah, Greymane is picked up. He does have tremendous siege onto those Immortals, so must be one of their comforts. They didn't opt to get the Hanzo. They didn't opt to get the Maiev, which could be another Maiev game here for Modo Miracle if they're liking the hero.
Yeah, and I just wanted to introduce Murda, our third caster here.
Oh my god. Third caster.
The caster. Okay, ETC Kel'Thuzad coming out for Modo Miracle.
New follower detected.
We got a new follower, and it is Aeolite. Thank you for that follow. And again, you guys still cheering. You guys rock. I still see it. And don't disregard me not paying attention. It's Cho'Gall. Motherfucking Cho'Gall dropping in. They banned it in game 1, did Modo Miracle, but picked up before the second ban phase this time. Guys Gems grabbing a hold here on Battlefield of Eternity. Cho'Gall gonna be dropping into the Nexus, Lucky.
The cheese is here. The cheese is strong. Guys, get your crackers, get your mustard, because we got some cheese to go with that. And the Cho'Gall picked in the 2-3 slot for Guys Gems, and we will see. Does Modo Miracle has ways to deal with this? A Nubrak Kun is on the table if they want to go double tank. They could have the ETC in the side lane. Tychus is still up. Tychus has been making his way back just because this meta tends to tank shredding. You can use him against the Cho'Gall. So we will see how Modo Miracle decides to deal with this Cho'Gall.
And smart already taking the Greymane was Guys Gems. They have the option now to ban another hero that they don't want to have to play against. They're hovering a Hanzo who's going to help with push onto the Immortal, the race onto the Immortal rather, and also kind of a nuisance into Cho'Gall with that extended range with his Q, and that's going to be a banned out Hanzo. I also like to mention that smart ban from Modo Miracle banning out the Ariel, who pairs really well with Cho'Gall, gets benefit of the hope from both of those heroes.
Yeah, they took away the top tier hero for Cho'Gall. I don't think an Ana will be coming out because Ana's kind of just a tough single support to run. But I have seen it before. Ana boosted Cho'Gall and he's got insane cooldown reduction and increased ability power. But it looks like Modo Miracle is using their time to figure out how they want to deal with this Cho'Gall.
Yeah, so you still have Leoric, which isn't really my favorite up against Cho'Gall. You do have the Tychus, who I think is going to be a little bit better of an option.
Something for the AR4, you got a lot of HP burn.
You mentioned the Anubarak, which could help isolate taking Cho'Gall out of the fights. Seven-sided strike and Malthael are two other options. That's the way they're going to go. A seven-sided strike Kharazim as well as potentially like a last rites Malthael.
I like the Malthael, definitely. Last Rites is now kind of the meta pick for Malthael and does very good against high health pool targets. Cho'Gall is one of them.
So final 2 picks here from Guys Gems. Remember, this is the playoffs. This is their lives on the line for Modo Miracle. They have to win this game to stay alive here in the NGS Season 3 Division C playoffs. Guys Gems on match point. What will they pick here at their 4-5? They still have about 20 seconds left to decide. Pairing up with their Cho'Gall and their Greymane. This is going to be really tough. If
New follower detected.
Thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. This time coming out from. Did it tick in my thing? It's not going to tell me.
Oh, this is my jam.
Well, rip. I don't know who followed now. Well, appreciate it anyway. It's going to be Lucio as well as that Artanis once again. So they get their heals in form of Lucio, and I'm starting to think this is more of a comfort, but it is BOE. You do get amateur opponent, and you do get an Artanis if you are Guys Gems for the second game tonight. And now to help the Karazim, who's going to be in the 7-sided form, it's going to be Tyrande, who's also going to be able to apply that Hunter's Mark to really rip through targets if the Kel'Thuzad can come online with his Blight stacks late game and potentially do absolute destruction onto Cho'Gall. So we will see, and that's what they're going to be waiting to do if they're going to make this comp work.
Okay, so this is interesting, and me personally, I don't have a clear favorite because it kind of depends how it goes. Guys, Gems on the right side, they have a great Immortal burn, but can you really step up? Can you really burn the Immortal against Modo Miracle's ETC stun with Tyrande follow up, maybe an Immortal stun, Malthael damage, KTZ damage? My cat's going crazy.
It's another cat in the mirror, I see.
She was running around doing that job. Yeah, she wants her dinner. She should get her dinner soon. Yeah, meow. So, do you have any favorites on which team feels like a stronger competition?
I think I gotta give this one over to Guys Gems. Having the Cho'Gall, it's kind of scary, man. I don't know how you face it with just the 7-sided strike, which can be molten cord, molten blocked. Sorry. And then like the mouthfeel damage, I just think it's too slow these days. It keeps getting nerfed and nerfed and nerfed.
Yes, I agreed. You make a good point. Malthael used to really have a lot of his strength through his trait, and his trait has been getting nerfed and nerfed over time, and it's just doesn't do as much. It's like 1.75% of the health.
Yeah, I mean he does help in the solo lane. Otherwise, I would have liked to have seen the Tychus more so. Maybe get a better healer in place of Karazim, and then solo support with a Tychus here. But we'll see. Tyrande could make plays. If Murad can step up, they still have a chance to rip through this Cho. It's going to come down to probably really the Tyrande landing stuns comboing with the Kel'Thuzad, so we'll keep an eye on that. Checking out this top lane.
Chunked out.
Oh, yeah, and in the top lane, it looks like Artanis is actually holding his own up against the Malthael so far.
Artanis using his shields, kind of playing around. They're getting a little pushed in. This tower's taking a little bit of damage in the top lane. Malthael just kind of doing his thing.
So we have the Tyrande in the Lunar Flare build. Hopefully going to be comboing with her Kel'Thuzad player. Not quite there. Another miss there on the Lunar Flare. So still 0 stacks. Murad's going to have to, regroup a bit, grab some health and mana, and start focusing down these heroes with his E, because it's going to depend on him landing those to have any sort of damage stay onto these targets. You're really going to have to rely on Kel'Thuzad putting it out, and these chains are connecting. There's another root. There's another stun, and Cho'Gall barely even feeling it. It just tickles.
Doesn't even care.
Oh, diggles, man. That Cho'Gall.
Pretty even. It looks like Guys Gem has a slight lead in experience, not by much. Nothing beneficial, really. But we do have the Greymane backing out of the bottom lane, going to start the Bruiser with the Mercenary camp early. And it looks like Tyrande's rotating up, and Malthael is going to start his Bruiser.
Yeah, and you saw Artanis start the Khazra camp on the top side of the map. Was kind of afraid of a gank. Still doesn't know if Malthiel's nearby, so he's playing it patient because he knows Tyranda's here as well. Greymane falling super low. Swish having to just kite this back and auto attack it, but he is going to get the finishing kill on it. 150 health left. And up here on the top now, no one's gonna be able to help Artanis if anyone else comes, but up against this Tyrande, looks like he'll be able to handle it just fine with his amateur opponent at level 1. So Khazra camp picked up, gonna push down the lane at the same time as the Shaman camp. And all the while, it is the first immortal spawn of the game, Lucky.
It is, and we got a pretty heavy push on top lane coming out from Modo. No, sorry, guys, Gems. So Tyrande and Malthael both having to deal with that. Well, there's kind of a skirmish, 3-man burning the Mortal, and then another 4-man. Oh, no, you got a 5-man because there's the Cho'Gall burning the blue Mortal.
Yeah, and early game, I think it should be favoring guys Gems. You have amateur opponent, you have Greymane, even Cho and Gall are doing considerable damage. It's gonna be really hard to help play against this. Cho'Gall now going to play a defensive position, which I like as well, along with Lucio trying to just distract while the Artanis and the Greymane finishes up. Fonzie GG though on the backside with that ETC trying to distract. Cho getting surrounded a bit, but again, this damage, it's only tickling him right now. They're going to have to get level 10 before these heroes start coming online, having that 7-sided strike, having the last rites. Kriv playing a little greedy. Kriv not going to get away with his life there. He's going to fall.
Greymane goes in, but they do get out. So they only lose one. Modo Miracle only loses one. But bigger story, guys, Gem is going to push top. They're going to push top with their 4-man. Cho'Gall, the Lucio, and the Greymane. And Cho'Gall does a ton of structural damage as well as Greymane. So you have the Immortal plus these I guess 3 heroes that do a lot of structural damage. See how much they can take in the top lane.
Yeah, this draft is just too much right now. And there's another kill. Second kill of the game now for guys Gems. They still have a pretty healthy Immortal. This fort's definitely going to fall. Oh, Diggles throwing out bombs all over the place, making sure no one's stepping up. Something to keep an eye on, though. The Juggler already at 20 of 30 Blight stacks, so he is 2/3 the way online on that Kel'Thuzon.
And Modo Miracle is going to need this KTZ to get stacked. They're going to need kills because they cannot deal with the sustain, honestly. You would think that Modo Miracle has better sustain coming out from 2 healers, but Karazim's kind of half healer. And then Tyrande's not rich, kind of like another half healer, and they just can't deal with Cho'Gall damage. The trades just aren't working in their favor.
Ghost Dunk potentially in trouble if this is found out. Gonna scoot back down his back alleyway, giving up the Khazra camp here in the bot over to guys Gems, and still up top trying to clear out minions all this time is Modo Miracle. They're going to potentially start sieging on this wall. Looks like they will. Kriv leading the way with his auto attack Monk. And matching suit in the bot lane is guys Gems working on this fort wall.
Yeah, guys Gems is definitely a much stronger push. They have the Khazra camp behind them. They have the Cho'Gall. They have the Greymane. And Karazim is just working on that one cannon. He doesn't have the wall down yet. So this push is definitely going in the favor of guys Gems.
So Lucky, one thing I'm realizing in this game, Cody Kraz played the Tracer in game number 1, and now we're seeing him on the Lucio. Sorry I didn't recognize that earlier. So perhaps a little bit of uncomfort onto healing, and right there we do see the Cho'Gall falling for the first time in this game. A huge root landing there by Juggler as well. He's very comfortable on this hero. He's now at 25 of 30 Blight stacks, and this is Modo Miracle making first signs of life in this game, tying up the kill count at 2 with that Cho'Gall falling.
Yeah, and this is a time window that they need to really take advantage of. There is no Cho'Gall, so it's just the Greymane, the Artanis, and the Lucio burning the blue Immortal on the top side, and they get it. They get the Immortal to half. They have a good 6,000 health point damage lead.
And they'd still have a Tyrande, so we'll see if they start using that Hunter's Mark here again. There it is coming out, I believe, and the damage from Kriv following. A defensive position is Cho'Gall. O'Diggles hanging out with User 2. Artanis could be looking for a swap, but ETC has really good positioning in front of his backline. There goes Kriv trying to be cheeky, getting some of the damage in on there. A huge power slide. Still no level 10s for either team. So ETC is going to walk right on through, take what he got there, and almost getting stunned by the Immortal. Very risky there was Fonzie GG making that step forward through that Immortal area. And now a defensive position being picked up for Modo Miracle here. 10's closer if you are guys gems, but still neither team online with their ultimates. Fonzie GG taking the brunt of one of those bombs rolling out from Gall there, from Cho, and then Gall clicks it rather.
I want to see the Modo Miracle make a play here, because Cho'Gall's just going to keep on spamming abilities. He's got no mana cost to any of his abilities. He's just got cooldown, so if they don't make a move, Cho'Gall's just going to win this race for them.
Yeah, and you can't block it, and there's the dive in. Cho'Gall finishing off, also getting the kill onto Kel'Thuzad. He did finish his Master of the Cold Dark, so Blightstack's picked up, but this is a Immortal picked up for the second time, and now Fonzie GG falling right as his team picks up level 10, and unfortunate, I mentioned, might be a little uncomfortable on healing. Cody Kraz wasting the barrier a bit early there, not going to have it for this fight with the Immortal.
Yeah, I think he may have just popped it just to make sure, but unfortunately it is a little bit of a waste. Not going to be the worst, because this Immortal has full shield, and this Immortal, I think this Immortal is definitely going to get the wall, and probably some keep damage.
All right, so sieging away on this wall. There's Starfall coming out from Tyrande, backing off. It's like the whole team. Yeah, the Malthael doing considerable damage too. There's okay, Lucky. That's why they drafted the Juggler on the Kel'Thuzad, because when he starts connecting with this change coming out from those spikes, man, he can just 100-0 kill you. Looking at the kills right now, you got 2 coming out from ETC. There's the first one, but hero damage leading the way is the Juggler on that Kel'Thuzad.
KTZ, he's got to pull his weight. He's got to really be the real. He's got to carry all the damage, and he's doing a decent job. He's got 24,000 hero damage, matching the Gall on played by Spoogles at 24,000 damage as well. So this KTC's got to get those picks. You know, you're playing against a Cho'Gall. Guess what? Cho'Gall doesn't have too much peeling. So if you get a nice slide from ETC, KTC combo, you could blow someone up. That's not Cho'Gall.
Yeah, if you're Cho'Gall, you're waiting for this third team, because you're gonna start really spiking. These guys start getting really crazy to play against around 13 and 16, and when they hit level 20, you might as well just give up the game, because this character continuously gets harder to kill, harder to fight against, and harder to defend against, really, as this game moves further along. O'Diggles putting in work and moving forward onto a booster camp with a talent tier advantage. It looks like they're going to try to scout this. They're going to take position in a bush, though. Kriv face checking, walking into O'Diggles. There's a huge stun, and Hunter's marking the last rights, and all the damage coming out from Modo Miracle right at the perfect time. They pick up the double kill, because that is Cho'Gall, and right in time, it's the Immortal spawning in 3 seconds, and Cho'Gall's still going to be out for another 20.
Down a talent tier. Modo Miracle takes this fight and gets the kill on the most important target on the enemy team. They get it down a talent tier. Huge. So this is where the comp is really starting to shine. They're using all their abilities in conjunction to focus down that one target, or the double target, Cho'Gall.
Yeah, you saw the Shadow Fissure, you saw the Hunter's Mark, all the damage came out from the full combo. Even the last rights to help finish it. So actually picking up a stack there was, excuse me, who's playing our Malthael this game? It's Ghost Dunk. He picked up his first last right stack, so a little bit shorter cooldown. Now an engage coming out from Fonzie. A huge combo again! The Juggler really starting to flex on this Kel'Thuzad, picking it up again. This time it's Lucio. No heals for you if your guys jam, and here it is again. Can he do it? He does! Another kill, and now O'Diggles having having to retreat with his life, but you're not getting away from Mouthfield. That's a quad kill. That's going to be this Immortal. And when you thought it was starting to slowly slip away from Modo Miracle, they start stepping back up when this Kel'Thuzad gets fully blighted, Lucky.
Big plays, and Modo Miracle now they're ahead in the lead. About 2 minutes ago, they were just trailing. They were just getting their third. They took a fight down to talent tier. They won the fight down to talent tier. And now they're a full half in a level lead, and they got an Immortal that's got a half a shield. They're gonna 5-man push this.
Oh, and it's again. Oh, just barely stopped by the well was Swish. That could have been a lot more damage. Shadow Fisher back on the I think it was a 15-second cooldown or so. It's not very long. 20 seconds. Sorry.
The guy's gem is going to have to respect this KTZ. The juggler right now saying put some respect on my name, because he's landing these combos and he will punish you if you step up to him.
Yeah, most jugglers, they like to juggle 3 balls. This guy's juggling 3 kills at a time. Juggler really starting to heat up. Can he find it here? There's the 7-sided strike from Crib. Not going to do enough damage to finish off any targets because they were stacked up nicely in it. The heals from this double support comp are starting to do work as well. They're staying quasi-healthy. Missing another Lunar Flare there is Murad. They're going to have to back up. Fonzie not going to be able to do anything for his team here.
Yeah, you know, I like to play Modo Miracle. They didn't force that keep. You know, I think it would have been a bad force. Look to get 16. Look to maybe take a fight after your 16, because the team fights are now going in your favor. So you get the talent to your advantage. It should be, you know, it should be easy peasy lemon squeezy if you got the talent to your advantage as well.
Sorry about that. Looks like I dropped a few frames there. You didn't miss much. I can promise you that. A camp was taken on the bot side by Guys Gems, and this camp on the top side taken right there by Modo Miracle. So mirroring these Khazra camps on either side of the map. And right now, the fort...
Spooky invade, maybe?
The fort protection is in favor of Guys Gems. They're able to take out this Shaman camp to help counter push against the Khazra in the top. But getting to work, it's the Monk as well as the Mouthfeel on this front line. ETC now trying to take some of the damage, soaking it for his team. The Shamans are just arriving, and it's time to start backing off a bit. They don't want to be fighting underneath this fort, but they do want this fight. They are up 16-15. They do have a talent tier advantage, and I mentioned it already. You don't want to wait for Cho'Gall to get stronger. You want to take it to him. You do not want to wait till late game up against Cho'Gall.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Modo Miracle just take the fight on the choke point with the 16, because you have Mosh, right? You have Mosh, you have stuns. So close quarters works well for Modo Miracle. They opt not to, and it looks like Guys Gem is going to try and take a fight down.
The juggler just caught out.
Oh, no.
All right, so a little bit of a miss that playing solo lane. He had the Tyrande with him, and Tyrande is unfortunately going to fall as well. There's nothing that he can do. Lucio with the chase. Wait, can he get saved by his team who's actually here? Murad, though, no.
Back out. Oh,
Show
no,
finishing it off. That's unfortunate because
big swap coming out from Artanis. ETC slides back, though.
So right now, you have the Immortal spawned, but you do have a big minion wave. Do they want to start working on his keep? They're not. They're going to move back to the Immortal only after Cho'Gall takes out the Shaman camp here. So a little bit of greed, but they know they have even talents. They do have an advantage on the map right now.
Yeah, technically it is a 3v3 if Modo Miracle wants to come in on this Cho'Gall Lucio, and they have the Greymane and the Artanis. I like that play a lot, honestly. I like the play a lot.
Yeah, you're right. Looking back on it here, I do like having the amateur opponent Artanis as well as Greymane.
And then you have the 3v3 invade, camp invade.
Yeah, so really good. All right, so defense coming out from Cho'Gall, poking with some of his mind bombs. But this is going to be a very easy capture of the Immortal for Guys Gems. This thing is going to have about a 90% shield. And we still are on even talents kills in favor of Modo Miracle. But right now, first keep of the game in favor of going over to Guys Gems on the back of this Immortal coming down the lane, Lucky.
Yeah, this is a healthy Immortal. And Cho'Gall has 16, so now his Runic Blast silences enemy heroes for 1.25 seconds. One of the most cheesiest, trolliest talents in the game, and it's super effective because that ball is coming out and it's silencing you, man. Look, the ETC gets silenced. Sometimes it rolls back, so we're gonna see if this push is gonna. Guys, Gems may just take the game here. We will see if Modo Miracle can hold on for their dear lives.
So we already saw the Starfall come out from Tyrande. There's going to be a combo missing from the Juggler in that Kel'Thuzad. He's also going to get stunned out by the Immortal. Fonzie GG going deep. Still has a Mosh Pit. Still have a 7-sided strike. Can they isolate a target and work with Kriv to get some damage? There's a swap though on the Kriv. Now he's in trouble. Going to get the Dark Flight in. He uses his 7-sided Mosh Pit. That's a 4-man if you count Cho'Gall, and the damage coming through by the Juggler. Another Lunar Flare connecting.
Nice.
All right, so they end up, losing 10% core health, but they do pick up a triple kill. Cho'Gall falling once again. That was a huge 7-sided strike by Kriv, and an even bigger Mosh Pit from ETC to pick up those kills, and Kel'Thuzad was ready with the damage. So well played on the defense. They're still alive in this game. They did lose their keep, but if we saw what happened in the first game, Lucky, it was 2 keeps down for Guys Gems, and they were able to come back. Can Modo Miracle match them with their own comeback here in game number 2?
Yeah, this will be interesting because they needed that defense. Modo Miracle absolutely needed that defense. Guys, Gems, they were just going to push and push and push with Cho'Gall damage. They got the KTC combo. They got the slide. The Lucio even put out the sound barrier, but it wasn't enough. There was so much damage onside Modo Miracle. They took the team fight. They took out the target. Got the Mosh Pit, and they're holding on to this game. So they will live to see another day.
Right now there is pressure in the bot lane, and they do see them clearing it, so they're going to take out this fort, which I really like. It's going to help them pick up level 20 as well, Lucky. So with level 20 online, you're going to have even more strikes from the Kharazim. You're going to have possibly a blink into the Mosh from the ETC, which could be scary. And you could get I guess, what's the one that Malthael returns to life? I think he'll probably want to go that.
Health off of oh yeah, it would definitely be good for him. Health off last rites, especially because you got that big Cho'Gall.
Oh yeah, also that too, that could be really big. I didn't even consider that. So right now though, Sieging already racing. Is this really good race comp actually with Artanis, Greymane, and Cho'Gall pushing it out, but there's damage onto Cody Kress. The healer's down, and now are they ready for this? Because it's a Mosh Pit. Secured the kill onto Artanis, and now escaping is O'Diggles and Swish, and this is going to be an Immortal with the level 20s for Modo Miracle. They're going to be able to pick this up. The Hunter's Mark doing work. They're getting all the damage in. They have the double Qs now from the Juggler. So there they rip through the first half. On the top side though, yeah, I see what's going on, Lucky. Look at this, everyone. It looks like they're starting to sneak into the core. They're going to try to make them back. Those minions are not spotting it. There is no wall there. This is still not seen. Malthael coming back to check it. Did he see it? And this is Greymane on the core along with Cho'Gall. Are they going to be able to hearth in time? All the hearts are being used. Fonzie and Kriv are going to be a little late. This core is already at 60% health. There's a last rites connecting on the Greymane. That's a big kill. Unstoppable, not enough to save Cho'Gall. Oh, plenty though coming out from Kriv to kill him. 45% core damage, core health left. They got to clean up these catapults, but they're going to be able to get this Immortal, and that's going to be the top keep that's going to fall from this. So that was a great defense. Heads up play by Malthael going back to check that. A little risky, but I think I like the risk. You had the Greymane and you have a beefy target in Cho'Gall, but I guess they weren't expecting that sort of, oh my god, is the Juggler gonna do it again? Not quite. Saved by Cody Kraz this time is Artanis in the bot lane, but connecting another full combo there was the Juggler, and they are working on this bot keep, and the top keep is also going to be in trouble because that Immortal's coming. Will they rotate there? Yes, they will. All 5 members of Modo Miracle are healthy. They have a very healthy Immortal. This is a level 21 Immortal at 21 minutes into the game. This is going to do damage if it can get through the wall quickly. If Cho'Gall can't hit some silences here, this could be game, and this could be game 3 for Oh, Lucky, are
It
they
looks
trying
like
it again?
Guys Gems, are they going to try and cheese this again? Modo Miracle, you have to be heads up. You have to realize they might try and do this again. They have their full comp right now.
Everyone's hearthing.
Everyone has to heart. There needs to
Mosh
be a
Pit
big
is
defense.
available. Can it connect
no.
from Fonzie? They're not going to be in time, or are they? Another huge combo coming out, but guys, Gems are able to secure game number 2 on the back of a Cho'Gall pick. GG, well played. That's it for tonight. It's a 2-0 victory here in the first round of the Division C West playoffs for NGS Season 3. Lucky, what do you think of that comp?
Gouda cheese, Gouda cheese, Gouda cheese. You know what? I got to give props to Guys Gems because they played their Cho'Gall. And they played it to the extent of knowing that, hey, with Greymane, we can backdoor. They didn't just say, hey, you know, it's pretty strong and cheesy in team fights. They also recognize, hey, this guy can really shred this core. And I like the 5. I think as soon as I saw Guys Gems get into the base of Modo Miracle, and Modo Miracle just started backing, the game was over. The core is already at 40%. The shields get burned easily by the Cho'Gall and the Greymane damage. And then it's just, you know what, it's pretty much game over. Because even if you saw they got the kills, they got the couple kills, but it was just too much. It was just too much immortal burn. It's not immortal burn, sorry, core burn.
All right, so we're gonna try to meet Cody Kraz over in. I don't know if we can do that. Let's,
yeah, you can. Yes, you can. How would you do that? You can do.
Oh, they have to be friends to DM. Okay, we'll go to NGS.
Yes, fair enough.
Okay.
All right, I'll meet you. Which lobby?
Lobby 2.
I only have 3. Hey, can you hear me?
All right, yeah, we hear you. So joining us here in chat is Cody Kraz playing the Tracer and then sticking with the Overwatch universe, playing Lucio in game number 2. And GG's to GG. Well played. You're taking this series home tonight. Cody, how does it feel, man?
It feels great. We kind of had a chip on our shoulder after watching the hype video for the series and seeing we had a 21% chance to win, so we felt like we had to go improve ourselves, and I think we did.
So game number 1, we saw them ban out Malfurion, which we know pairs very nicely with Tracer, and you still took Tracer and you still played Tracer pretty well. You're able to get on the back line, onto that Hanzo, onto that Stukov. What do you think? Was that a pick that you guys had planned the whole time, or was it just like, hey, let's do this, or what was the thought pattern there?
Well, yeah, we did want Mouth Tracer. But Alexstrasza with Q is still pretty effective, and Swish played a really mean Alexstrasza, carried us through that game. It was great.
Yeah, really well played. Game 1, though, we really got to hand it to you guys. You were behind. 2 keeps had fallen. The kills were in favor of Modo Miracle. Actually, in both games, we saw the kills in favor of Modo Miracle. But you guys hung tough, and you were able to come back from having 2 keeps down. What was the thought pattern in all of your heads in that late game when you saw that you were down that much in structures?
Yeah, that's our... You know, we feel pretty confident about our macro gameplay, and so... You know, we know as long as we don't make the game-ending mistake, there's always a chance for us to come back because, you know, it's Heroes of the Storm. So we were playing, we made the big play in game 1 on the pick on the Stukov and then the Sonya and kind of cleaned it up there. And I had a similar thing in game 2 where we just got close enough where we could end it.
So yeah, game number 2, we saw them ban out Cho'Gall in game number 1. I'm assuming they must have done some homework because it seems like you guys must like the hero if that's what's going to happen, a ban, and then we see a pick in game 2. I didn't even see it coming. In fact, I was interacting with chat and the Cho'Gall came down, and when I looked back up, I was like, oh my god, it's Cho'Gall. So is this something teams have to worry about moving forward in these playoffs? You're going to be potentially facing off against Disbanded or what's the other team next week on Friday?
Ghost Clones?
Ghost Clones, yes, of course, Ghost Clones. Shout out to Cold Cake who's hanging in chat. Ghost clones, yes, of course. So is this something that those two teams might have to worry about next week?
Yeah, we've shown it twice, so they better be prepared to ban it or fight it, I guess.
Lucky, you have anything on game number 2 that you want to mention?
Okay, so Cody Kraz, you played the Tracer in the first game, and then you switched up. So are you a full flex? Is that your role? You just kind of flex around to what the team needs, switching from DPS to support?
Yeah, I think flex is a fair term. I prefer ranged auto attack type people, but I'm more than happy to play whatever we need for a given comp.
Okay, very interesting.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy playing Lucio. The wall ride's fun. The speed feels really impactful. So
he almost feels like he doesn't feel like most supports. It's like, hey, I'm actually just playing low DPS. A DPS hero with very low DPS.
Yeah.
I still have all the
damage per minute hero.
I have all the utility and ridiculous mobility that, a lot of.
So we saw the
he
keep
doesn't have
fall.
the cleanse.
Oh yeah, no cleanse. Well, he does get one late game, right? At level 20. So we did see the keep fall with that immortal push, and then you got some damage on the core, but they were able to hold you guys back in a defense. And then we saw Cho'Gall and Greymane start working their way, sneaking into the core again, and again not able to get all the damage in. But you guys stayed with it, and you said, to hell with this core, we're all going this time, and you were able to get it at the end. What's the mentality going through your minds late game after you wipe twice on that core? Is it just, let's keep going for it? Or, because if you didn't get it on that third one, it would have been GG with that immortal pushing on you.
It absolutely would have been GG. But Greymane is one of the best structure damage people in the game. Cho'Gall with ult is incredible, and we figured as long as they didn't position to defend it, we could get it in time, and we did.
Yeah, just a great heads-up play. Once again, congratulations tonight to all the members of Team GG. Guys, Gems, rocking it tonight, doing all the work they needed, which wasn't a lot of kills, but it was a lot of pizzazz, picking up the 2-0 tonight up against Modo Miracle. Cody Kraz, you got any shout-outs for us?
Yeah, shout-outs to Modo Miracle. Those were 2 awesome games. Shout-out to you guys. Thanks for casting. Shout-outs to NGS. This has been an amazing season, and we're looking forward to doing it more. Yeah, shout-out to our friends and family for supporting us. It's been a blast.
All right, so signing off here right now, I am Murda, as you know me, hanging out with NGS, and we're going to be back on Sunday night, myself and Forecourt Jester over on Forecourt Jester's Twitch page. We're going to be casting that other Division C West matchup. It's going to be disbanded up against the Ghost Clone. So if you want to see the rest of this bracket, at least this portion of it play out, tune in on Sunday night. It's going to be a thriller. So that's all we have for tonight. Thank you so much, Lucky, for co-casting with me. Cody, once again, congratulations and thank you for this interview. We will see all of you next time here in the Nexus.
Cheers.